see. Okay, so this is the VOLTHA TST meeting, and the meeting is being recorded for posterity. So we'll just start going down through the agenda items. Is Holger on the call? I don't think he was.
No, Holger is today not on the call. No.
Okay. So we'll keep going on.
Do you have any? And sorry, do you have any new information on this one? I mean, the OLT was restarted. I know.
Correct.
Yeah, so that I have seen, but I have not seen any further communication on this one.
So I'll jump down here really quickly. What we know, so the OLT was restarted. This is the Edge Core. I think it's the Edge Core OLT that we've been having periodic problems with. Gustavo at one point, when he was working on the test, keeping testing up and running, he was having to reboot it like every 2 or 3 days. So the hardware seems to be dying a slow death. We did restart it. Mahir ran a battery of tests against the device. It locked up again. So we seem to be having persistent problems with it. One thing I can add without going too far off track, Mahir was checking into possibly moving some of the, I think it was the Turk Telecom tests over to the Zixel pod or the Zixel hardware that was over in Berlin, but he's not on the call. From what he's told me, most of it seemed to work for that workflow. There was a failure that came up and somebody was working on it, but I don't have any status beyond that. So it looks like the hardware is flaky. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with it. Is status right now.
Yeah, so the idea is to free up another test bed because the tests are moved and then have this test bed. Is that right? Or what is the plan?
Go ahead.
Or can't we figure out this without Mahir?
Mahir was the one that was working on it. What he was trying to do was to move the tests off of the failing hardware over onto equipment that we seem to be able to test on, but that's in flux right now.
Okay.
Right. Let me see. Sorry, did that answer your questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so Gustavo. So Gustavo and I have been playing tag team with this patch. We worked on, it was showing as needing a rebase last week, and I think we've got that straightened out now. He initiated a build this morning. We seem to have an image now, and I'm going to go and try and kick off regression testing for it this afternoon. So we should have status back from that for too long. So let's see. So Gustavo, you got another one. An issue reported was VOLTHA CLT command with the delete. Is there any update on this one?
Yes, I received some reviews on Garrett, some comments, and then I already answered it and sent more patch sets, fixing what was suggested. And right now, I guess I still need some reviews on another related change on VOLTHA Go. And it's already there, but I haven't tested yet. I haven't tested enough.
Okay.
So I hope that somebody could help me just like double check and do local tests. I built some VOLTHA images for adapter and for OLT adapter and also to RW core. I can share with someone that is willing to help me test. The test is basically to get the OLT to the unreachable status, upper status, and then try to delete via VoltCTL. So there was a bug on that area, and my fix should solve it.
Okay, good.
That's it. Maybe we can talk later about that.
Okay. I'll update notes in the agenda after we get done. If you have a link to the Docker image or whatever, that would be helpful to paste into the agenda just so people have it for reference.
Okay, I'll send here.
Okay. We still have an open call, a call for an owner of VOLTHA 4797. Let's see what that one was. Provide log configuration APIs for VOLTHA components. Would anybody be interested in working on that? Let's not have it pasted in bold. Okay, so we'll keep, yeah, fix that after. We'll keep going. So I had a ticket open to grant merge access to TST members. So the VOLTHA patches would not get blocked on just a few people being able to merge. I have updated all of the repositories with VOLTHA as a prefix and sent email to Mahir and Amit. I'm just waiting to hear back and just to verify that they do have merge access. I need to go in. I found a couple of repositories that are only hosted on GitHub. I need to grant access in there. And there may be a few other ones that do not have VOLTHA as a prefix, but we can fix those as things go along. Okay, so we covered this a little bit of this earlier, but just general updates for the Jenkins, the hardware and some of the failures that have been going on. Mahir reported one of the test suites were failing because of a hung device. That was the EdgeCore OLT. We did reboot it. The equipment came back to life for a little while, but Mahir was running tests against it, and it eventually locked up again, or it hung for some reason. So the test suite's failing, blocked on that again. So let's see. Torsten reported a problem with one of the test suites failing. VOLTHA 4833, part of this has been fixed, but I'm going to leave the ticket open because there's an issue in the Helm charts that needs to be resolved. So the underlying problem was the Helm charts. I think this is probably some prototyping because it was added like back in 2019, but the Helm charts currently have a dependency on user config files in a home directory. We really shouldn't be grabbing anything outside of the Jenkins build directory because that dependency is it's a golden invitation for job failures. If the files get removed, if the system's reinstalled and the home directories are recreated, or there's a really bad case where if somebody goes in and modifies the user configs while jobs are running, you get transient behavior over a job runtime. So I fixed what was causing the test failure, and that was missing files. Those have been restored, but the ticket is still open to remove the dependency in the Helm charts, so we're not prone to job failures. And the last one I have was for the VOLTHA scale test, the VOLTHA scale hardware. That was sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, one question to the previous one.
Sure.
There's also the question, how did you recover? Because I think you recovered the Helm chart. Is that right? So the solution to this problem was to recover the Helm chart. And there's one question in Slack. I think Holger asked it, and as well. Yeah. Please have a look in the all Atran channel.
Okay.
Perhaps you can answer there as well.
Okay, I must have missed that one. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so the problem is not with the Helm charts themselves. I'm not sure what they're being used for, but there's some files unpacked in home community.
Yep.
And the Helm charts are actually referencing files within the subdirectories under home community, and that's where the problem came in. I've been going through and doing manual backups of systems just to make sure that we have, in case something happens to the machines, we can restore files, and that's how I was able to recover the files.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm trying to we're going to be re-imaging, all of the machines over time. It's a little ways off, but before we do anything, I want to grab backups of
I see. Okay.
like /home and the system directories, just so we don't lose anything.
Okay.
I'll go dig up. I'm rambling, I know.
No,
I'll
it's good.
go dig up the Holger's message then. Okay, cool.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so that, I guess, last item, at least for the Jenkins hardware, the VOLTHA scale cluster is still failing jobs. This was the issue with the 2 enclosures that had 4 blades per enclosure, so 8 CPUs. I'm still trying to get in touch with the lab that was going to do physical diagnostics on the hardware to see what state it's in. I'm still waiting to hear back on that. I've CC'd a couple of other people just in case the person that was working on it was on vacation, but hopefully we'll hear from that before too long. So with that, I guess, does anybody have any other issues or would like to raise anything?
Joey, just to go back to that test suite failure where it had a dependency on the home directory.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a relatively easy way we can look for that in other in other test scripts to make sure that that sort of behavior isn't happening?
Generally, yes, it's pretty easy to check for. The general case of files being created outside of the user's home directory, that might be a little bit more problematic, but basically all you have to do is run a loop over the repositories, check out all the repositories, then do a grep-r recursive and look for /home or users other than Jenkins.
Yeah, might when time permits, might be a good cleanup thing to see.
Yeah, I do have a Jira ticket open for that already.
Good on you.
What I can say, I suspect that this is probably just prototyping. It would have been easier to place the files in the common community home directory to be able to make changes while things were coming up to speed. But it was added in 2019, so we probably should get all that into a repository and break the dependency.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also see it as a security risk as well, but
oh yeah, true, absolutely.
Not, the fact that it can break things easily is more immediate.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so does anybody else have anything to add, or okay, I guess so we've got a small crew today, so I guess we can give your time back then.
Hey, neat and sweet, got through everything. That's all right.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Joey.
Bye-bye.
Yep.